So we would encourage a restorative process where the children can very much listen to the adult, and the children can very much engage in a conversation of finding out exactly what happened. So you're hearing both sides of the story. Again, pupil voice, the children very much feel that they're going to be listened to. We've very much made it clear to kind of all the staff and new staff coming in. We're moving away from, that kind of blame kind of mentality of, oh, what happened there? Like, what were you doing? It's about very much putting it back on the children. Can you tell me what happened? So immediately you're making it you're letting the children come into a place of very much feeling that what they have to say is important and that they'll be listened to. So the restorative process goes along the lines of, can you tell me what happened? And then using children's emotional literacy to think about how they're feeling and the impact that they've maybe had on themselves and others around them, in the hope that they can see. So for example, if they've made somebody upset, how do you think so was feeling? I think they were probably feeling quite sad. Well, would you want them to feel sad? How does feeling sad, what does that feel like, or how does that look like? But then in the hope that you would come together to think, well, what can we do to move forward? How are we going to make this right? And then they come up with a solution themselves, and that has a much bigger impact than giving a child a telling off, for example. We're very much moving away from that. We're putting it back in the hands of the child to think about what happened, how can we how did that make you feel, and then most importantly, how can we make sure that doesn't happen again.
If you have the situation where somebody has said something out of order, the peers themselves sort out, because they know that is wrong, it's inappropriate, and it shouldn't be said. But we don't really, within the school itself, have much bother with racism, bullying, because the children know they're depriving somebody else of their rights. Quite often, if we do have to deal with someone who has maybe got themselves into a bit of trouble in the classroom, the teacher has dealt with it and there's been a recurrence, and they come to speak to one of us. What we do is, again, it's a restorative approach, but I usually say to them, you're depriving yourself of your education, and that's one of your rights. And worse than that, you're depriving other people of their education because the teacher has had to stop teaching to deal with you. And it's amazing. Well, I've always found that I've had a very positive response.
And then similarly outside as well, if it happens at break or lunchtime, again, you're impinging on the right to relax and play. So it's about having those conversations, using these kind of words with the children, and they know, they're very much, it's just, oh, okay, yeah, they know. So it's quite powerful. Everything's linked to the rights of the child. And they know their rights and they know the rights of others. So when it's made kind of explicit to them, it's like a wee reminder of, okay, I won't do it again.